Okay, well, I addressed his objection. I said that you took care of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Darth in the chat, Fennec, Fox, folks. Um, God can't be proven or disproven either way. So come up, Fennel, and defend that claim. We believe that
Well,
God
the
is
problem the
necessary.
problem is, Fennec, is you're making a colossal mistake. What you're advancing is that we can be neutral toward God. Well, that's false. Okay, because there can't be neutrality toward God. So why don't you come up and we'll discuss it? Okay, this is a common error that people make. Well, God can't be proven or disproven. Okay, can you prove that? Can you prove that God cannot be proven or disproven? Because what you're going to have to establish is that neutrality toward God is actually viable upon examination. But I doubt that you'll come up, because that's just a cliche that people come up with because they believe uh, they they believe it because they're passionate, but they can't actually intellectually support it. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, click, problem solved. Do I love all people? Well, I sure want to, but some people just make it very difficult. Then, well, good. Then stop posting, because what you're making is an incredibly indefensible, uninformed statement. And if you're not prepared to defend it, then keep quiet. Okay. Such a statement is done out of ignorance. Okay. To sit there and say God can neither be proven or disproven, you're just advancing the concept of absolute neutrality toward God. You're advancing a form of strong agnosticism as opposed to weak agnosticism. These are people who passionately will believe a proposition like that, but when you call them out to defend that proposition, they're not going to defend it. They can't defend it,
Yeah, yeah.
because even the agnostic position itself is either a direct or an indirect denial of God. Okay, are you even listening, Fennec? The refusal to accept that God is the self-revealing God constitutes the denial of God, even if you are oblivious to the fact that it entails that. Okay. We're not allowed to give our Christian opinions on certain people on TikTok unless we get suspended, because TikTok is a censorship cesspool. And Donald Trump is holding their feet to the fire that if they don't sell in whole, if not in part, he's going to shut it down. You got to love Donald Trump, right, guys?
So, absolutely. Some people are suggesting, Darth, that Elon Musk is going to purchase TikTok.
Well, they're going to what shall I say? They're gonna lose. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a reason why there was a unanimity um, among the Democrats and Republicans, because they know the Chi-Coms have their sticky little fingers in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
these Chi-Coms, yeah, that's unacceptable.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Trump is turning out to be just fantastic. Did you hear what he just told the Taliban? He goes, "You're going to give that equipment back," and they go, "Oh no, we're not." And I'm like, "Oh, you are so foolish." You are
You,
so
you would
foolish
never
to
want to
give
say
that.
no to the
Yeah,
United
you're
States
saying
or
no
Trump,
to
right?
what belongs to the United States. Okay. Oh, you are so foolish. Trump. Trump isn't fooling around.
Right.
However, Darth, what I'm sad about is the
Just say, "Good.
ceasefire
Look.
between
Don't give us back our
Israel.
military equipment. We know where your leaders are now having coffee right now. We know what
Yep.
street corner they're on, and God forbid a bomb should just drop on them."
Darth,
Okay.
what do you think of the ceasefire between Israel and
Say that again.
the ceasefire that occurred with Israel and the Palestinian people?
Oh, I don't take. I don't. Well. First of all, I wouldn't call them Palestinians because there is no
Yeah,
such
however you
thing.
want to call it.
Yeah. There's no ethnicity of Palestinian.
Exactly.
These are
I
these
didn't want
are
to use
these
the other
are.
word because it might be banned on TikTok, so that's
You,
why.
you mean Arab?
No, or the H group, right? The H.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Yeah, I
yeah,
understand. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to repeat the same thing without coming up. Yeah, you're not welcome in my chat anymore, Fennec. Goodbye. You're done.
Goodbye, Fennec. Yep.
Yeah, you keep on making the same assertion. I gave you an opportunity to support it. Look, I'm no nonsense, okay? If you want to
Yep.
come up here and you want to disagree, I welcome that. If you're going to make a very grandiose statement of disagreement and you refuse to come up, okay, then you're not welcome here. I'm gonna block you from my account. Okay. Botan, come on up and back up your statement that all I do is make assertions. Come on up. Is that an assertion without a claim? Let's see if Botan is guilty of what he's accusing me of.
Yeah,
Is
come
that
on.
is that an is
Exactly.
that an assertion without support, Botan?
Darth, I invited him up. Let's see if he's going to come up.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna mute him. Okay, so
Do you support that ceasefire? I was like a little bit disappointed. I don't think like there should be a ceasefire.
no, I don't take the ceasefire with those people, both in the north and over in the Gaza Strip. They're
Yes,
completely psychos.
exactly.
They willingly put their civilians in harm's way.
Absolutely.
These people, these are not people to be trusted. Welcome,
Exactly.
Adrian. What would you like to say? All right, I'm going to remove him.
Yeah, he's having lagging issues.
Messaging from the moon. So once again, another day, another stream, and zero intelligent opposition. And people laugh when I say the atheists are afraid of me. Where are they? Okay. The only atheists that come up are people who quickly turn into psychos. That's simple. Why? Because I annihilate their atheism. I show how God has clearly revealed himself in creation, that the creation exemplifies design, ultimate design, and intentionality, and it's impossible to deny that. The non-acceptance of it is a functional denial. You can't rationally deny that the world exemplifies ultimate design and intentionality, because the very act of you reasoning will mean that your reasoning is either the product of ultimate design, intentionality, or necessity or chance. If pure necessity or chance is behind your reasoning, then it destroys reasoning. So it's utterly self-refuting to deny that your reasoning, the world around you, exemplifies ultimate intentionality. In other words, because things are real and intelligible, right? They um, have to indicate ultimate design and intentionality. Okay. If they don't mean anything. You're not talking about anything. It's that simple. By the way, I was listening to one of the more intelligent unbelievers. He goes by the username "The Majesty of Reason," and he was doing all sorts of mental gymnastics. He posted the video about yesterday.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I only listened to about a third of it, and I stopped listening because it was just mental gymnastics after mental gymnastics.
Joe Smith.
Joe
Yeah.
Smith. Yeah.
He was talking about deism, and he look. He's a very smart and philosophically adept person studying philosophy and going for a degree, but because he doesn't understand certain theology and metaphysics, he's talking about certain versions of deism as having viability. And he doesn't understand that no version of deism has any viability because a God who does not reveal himself cannot be put on the table or spoken of. You can't know anything about a deistic God.
You ever spoken to him before?
What's that?
You ever spoken to him before?
No, not yet. I would love to talk with him.
For Darth Dawkins.
He's extremely intelligent, but when I listened to the third of the video, it was just a whole lot of mental gymnastics of somebody. Go ahead.
I posted a comment, Darth, on that video saying that this is like a terrible argument and it's really, really bad.
He doesn't even understand the concept.
Yeah, exactly.
That in deism, God does not reveal himself. So in a non-revelatory environment, God cannot be known. And if God cannot be known, you can't say anything about God. Okay,
that's the issue, and that's one of the things I wrote in the comment, right? Yeah, that he's assuming this very different conception of God.
So what do you? Either you're going to adopt that God can only be known in part, if not whole, or to a greater extent. I don't want to say whole because you'd have to be God to know God in whole. But God can only be known in part if and only if God acts in a revelatory way. But a deistic God of different shades doesn't give out revelation. So nothing can be known about that God. Right? Yeah, look, he's a very intelligent young man. I don't want to discredit him, okay? I think he's very thoughtful and intelligent, but because he's not a Christian, right? And he's not accepting certain Christian propositions, he falls into deception that he can speak about the nature of a deistic God.
Yep.
And you can't.
Yep.
Nothing can be known or spoken of about God whatsoever.
Exactly. Darth is
such a God reveals himself.
Absolutely. He used to identify himself as an atheist.
Have I debated Dean Parker or Mike Briganti? I have interacted with Dean on 3 occasions. Dean was an absolute teenage disaster. He just imploded.
Dean Withers? Is this Dean Withers you're talking about? Or
I don't know what his last name.
Withers.
Parker.
Dean Withers, and he's a joke. I've spoken to him before.
He's a total dope. Okay. Parker, I haven't talked with, but he's of the same brand. There is a video up on YouTube that you can see with my interaction with Mike Briganti. And Mike Briganti is one of these mentally twisted and deranged atheists who went into an absolute meltdown where he goes into dodging, evading, and being verbally abusive and antagonistic. Okay? It's that simple.
Darth, Joe, he's Joe Schmidt from the Majesty of Reason. He's currently doing his PhD from the same institution as Cornelius Van Til did his PhD at.
Princeton?
Yeah, he's doing it at Princeton, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's very intelligent. He's a very, very...
yeah, absolutely. I could tell he was intelligent by listening to him, but he's completely off the wall. He was delivering this elaborate, scaffolding of mental gymnastics about different versions of deist gods, right? If you're not in a revelatory environment, then nothing can be rationally grounded about God. You can't say anything about the world. If God doesn't reveal himself, what can you say rationally about the world? Because if you say a tree blows in the wind or the sky is blue, what's your ultimate framework for that?
Yep.
What is it? Yeah. So I feel sorry for people like that they're so smart that because they are in a state of denial of some basic truths about the self-revealing triune God, they immediately fall into deception. They think that they can intellectually reason about different aspects or flavors or versions of God in a non-revelatory environment. Okay?
Yep.
So think of it this way. See, Van Til would always talk in terms of antithesis or dichotomy. And one of his principles of antithesis is that either we're in an environment of revelation from God, that the world is clearly, unambiguously revelatory of him, and we're in an environment in terms of human history codified propositionally in the Bible through Jesus Christ, that includes an environment of revelation, or not. And if you're not in that environment of revelation, then all facts are brute facts. They're unintelligible. They're uninterpretable because there's no ultimate referent for these so-called facts.
Yep. Exactly.
I mean, Precept was playing or recounting what Graham Oppie was saying to me and with other people. He's one of the smartest atheists as he got, and he just verbally meanders. He doesn't really say much of substance. And he's one of the smartest atheists that they have. He ran away from me. He's in an AMA and I'm challenging him. I wasn't rude, right? But because he was uncomfortable with my line of questioning. How is naturalism even coherent? Oh, I see books on my shelf. That's one of the greatest atheists out there?
Yeah.
So once again, folks, no atheists. We're winning, absolutely winning.
Darth, where are these atheists?
They're not there. Q-Top is a punk ass troll, and he deserves to be blocked by everybody. He's a scumbag.
He claims to be he believes in flat Earth and tries to defend the view.
He doesn't believe that. Look, most flat earthers are just trolling people. They don't actually believe it.
Exactly.
No, they're mentally twisted individuals. It's that simple. So once again, we're not getting any opposition. Okay. Oh, look at this. We have a God denier who runs away. There is no God. I'm running away. I can't defend that there's no God, so I'm running away.
Yeah, why doesn't he come up, Darth, and defend the claims that he just did? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Someone is saying, but yeah, go ahead, Darth.
Look, the entire atheist community is embarrassed themselves on TikTok. They just want to go after low-hanging fruit. Why wouldn't they want to really put themselves on the map and intellectually embarrass Darth Dawkins? Why not? Wouldn't that be great to have a recording where you could own Darth Dawkins other than acting like a snotty teenager being obscene and rude, right?
Darth, yeah.
Yeah. Give me an example where if you don't come up and defend your statement right now, Uptown, you're going to get blocked. Come on up. Defend your statement.
He has to come up because we can't. He has.
All right, look, if you guys are just going to lie, you're going to get blocked. Okay. Bye, Sketty. Welcome to my block list. Bye.
Yep.
I'm willing to accept reasonable criticism, but when you're going to outright lie. Okay. Hey, Uptown, since you're not coming up, guess what? When you lie, you get blocked. Bye. Bye-bye. I'm not tolerating people outright egregiously lying. I'm not tolerating it.
We don't tolerate lies here.
If you want to come up and defend your statement that I've been owned by these people intellectually, I'll hear you out. But you don't show up. Okay? So I've said over and over again on my streams, if you super troll in the chat, if you try to slander, defame, and you just outright lie, okay, you're going to get blocked. Okay? I'm not like Precept Mars. I'm not putting up with this bullshit. Okay?
Because it's a waste of time, right? It's not going to be a productive conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. All right, guys, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back later.